Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. In this video we are going on with the introducing ourselves section in Spanish. In the other video we made a short dialogue between two neighbors in an informal way. So using the right informal pronouns. Tú. In this case, I decided to do this short dialogue between two people in a formal way, because both exist in formal and in an informal way. So you'll see the difference when it comes to nouns. Let's see. And I added further knowledge that we will start to see in this lesson. The famous "where are you from" in English, to indicate where somebody comes from. We are going to see apart from this dialogue, we are going to see nationalities. We are going to see those typical questions, the verb to speak, hablar, and how well or how bad someone speaks a specific language. And well, it is a lot. So presentarse is the verb that we use to say, to introduce myself to someone or to introduce someone to another person. We use this verb presentarse. So this is the title of the section. Presentarse, introducing oneself. And again, I'm going to do a special mark with other color when something new appears. So let's start the dialogue. Hola, ¿qué tal? This is new. Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy el nuevo vecino. Well, you saw this, you've seen this sentence many times with me, at least. Soy el nuevo vecino. Me llamo Lucas. ¿Y usted? This is not new, but as you may notice, as this dialogue is a formal one, now we are going to address the other person by using the pronoun usted instead of tú. Yo me llamo Rita. Todo bien. Encantada, Lucas. ¿De dónde es usted, Rita? Soy de Rosario. ¿Y usted? Yo, and let's see this blank on purpose, yo de Buenos Aires. Well, I guess that even without having learned these questions yet, I think that you can guess their meaning by context. They have just met. So if Lucas says ¿qué tal? And Rita answers todo bien. This is like saying how are you? Like saying ¿cómo estás? The other day we saw ¿cómo estás? But when we are asking the other person how are you, and that person's young or not so old, we say tú. ¿Cómo estás tú? If the person were older, as in this case, I used this question, ¿qué tal? That is, how are you? It's another way of saying, how are you? There are not many, and besides, I personally don't see any importance in seeing all the repertoire of different ways of saying hello, how are you. In Spanish, it's not considered boring to say ¿Cómo estás? Bien, ¿y vos? Because the conversation either will go on or not, depending on other factors, not on the way we ask or answer to that question. On the degree of the relationship, on the age, on interests, it'll emerge naturally, or it won't. But that's got nothing to do with the way we say hello, how are you. I personally say all the time, ¿Cómo estás? Bien, ¿y vos? And that's all. Again, if you want a whole video, seeing the different ways of greetings, it's okay, I have no problem. ¿Qué tal? It's the same as ¿Cómo estás? I use both. Mostly this one, but sometimes I do use that one. ¿Cómo estás tú? But if it's formal, we say ¿Cómo está usted? Do you remember that when we saw the whole conjugation of the verb estar in the question ¿Cómo estás? For usted, we do this, está, and not estás. So, ¿qué tal is the same as saying how are you, but it doesn't have any verb. ¿Qué tal? We cannot translate it into English in a literal way. Just learn it like this. ¿Qué tal means how are you? Soy el nuevo vecino, I'm the new neighbor. My name's Lucas. We saw this. Me llamo Lucas. And you, in English, it's the same for tú and usted, you. And you? My name's Rita. Everything okay? Alles gut, as in German, alles gut. Das heißt, this means everything okay. And is the answer to the question, ¿qué tal? Everything okay. Todo means all, everything. And bien is the opposite of mal. Bien, well. Bien means well. And mal means bad. I'm checking all the time whether what I've just written can be seen on the board or not. That's why I always do this. Encantada, Lucas. In the other dialogue, the members, the speakers were two men. So one of them said encantado. But I think I told you that in the case of a woman, the speaker says encantada, if it's a woman. So she says encantada, Lucas. If it were a man, he'd say encantado. ¿De dónde es usted, Rita? Soy de Rosario. Well, I guess you can figure out what this question is, but in case you don't, I'm going to put a more popular name here so that you understand. Let's suppose that this woman says, soy de New York. De New York. So now you can guess that it's, where are you from, Rita? I'm from New York. In this case, Rosario, that's got nothing to do with New York. It's a city, it's much smaller, and, well, it's not that great as New York, of course. Buenos Aires is an interesting city. It's huge and multicultural. Some of you who've already come to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, can understand what I say. It's a nice city. So instead of saying soy de New York and you soy de Rosario, it's a beautiful city. I mean, I was joking because, of course, it's not New York. New York is special, the same as Paris. I have never been to New York, but I've been to four main cities or capital cities in Europe: Berlin, Brussels, Paris, and Madrid. And Paris for me was special. I fell in love with Paris. All the other cities were beautiful. Brussels was I thought I was in the pages of a fairy tale. It was incredible. Paris is glamorous. Berlin, I like it a lot. And Madrid, yes, it's beautiful too. All of them are beautiful. But Paris for me was special. But I've never been to London, for example, and I'd love to, or to New York, and I'd love to too. Let's finish this. So, where are you from, Rita? I'm from Rosario, and you? This is the same as saying me from Buenos Aires. That's why we don't have the verb here. We could say it in both ways. Yo soy de Buenos Aires. But in this case, in which we find soy, so as not to repeat it all the time, we usually omit it and say yo de Buenos Aires. So it's the same as saying me from Buenos Aires. We don't have a verb there, and it can be said like that in English too. So we can say yo soy de Buenos Aires. We use the yo in this case, as I told you in the other lesson, to show contrast. Your name's Lucas, but instead mine is Rita. You're from Rosario. Instead, I come from Buenos Aires. So let's see. ¿Qué tal usted? Now we are going to see specifically this question conjugated in the different pronouns for the different conjugations of this question. Where are you from? As the verb to be conjugated is the verb, one of the translations of the verb to be, in Spanish the verb ser, we are going to conjugate this verb for the different pronouns, making the same question. ¿De dónde? I'm not going to use the first person in the singular, neither the first person in the plural, because it doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to ask myself where I come from. So the second in the singular for tú, ¿de dónde? And you already know this. ¿De dónde eres? If it's a formal dialogue, we are going to ask, as we've just seen in this short dialogue, ¿de dónde es ¿De dónde es? And we can say like this, or we can add the noun there. ¿De dónde es usted? For the third person, él, ella. If we are talking about a person who isn't taking part in the dialogue, but we won't talk about them. Where's she from? Where's he from? ¿De dónde es? And for the plural, again, I'm not going to use the first person here because it's nonsense. Vosotros, vosotras, in Spain. ¿De dónde sois? ¿De dónde sois? Vosotros, ¿de dónde sois vosotras? Ustedes, ¿de dónde son? And finally, ellos, ellas, ¿de dónde son? So this, as you can guess, ¿dónde means where? ¿Dónde always means where? And I mean, the word order is not the same in English and as in Spanish, so you put the from, the preposition at the end. Well, we put it at the beginning. We never say ¿dónde sois de? And English speakers never say from where are you? Where are you from? It's just a matter of grammar. Each language has its own grammar system. In Spanish, we put the preposition at the beginning, and de means has two translations, or more than two, but mainly, in this case, the meaning is from. What's the city? What's the name of the city? What's the name of the city you come from? You come from one place to this one. The other translation is of. For example, the name of the book, el nombre del libro. And it's a very common translation too, is out of, to be made out of, to be made out of. I'm going to write it in the correct order because it'll be a mess otherwise. With only this preposition, we mean all that. To be made of. For example, let's see. Well, glasses are made out of glass. Well, in Spanish, los anteojos son de vidrio. Or, for example, this is, I'm knocking on the furniture. This is made out of. Oh, forgot to put the word out here. It's so common that for us it's just of that. Sorry, I forgot to put. In English, is to be made out of. This furniture is made out of wood. That's other meaning. But in this case, I showed you the three meanings so that you to be made out of, so that you know it. But in this case, when we are asking where are you from, this de means from. So this is the whole conjugation. Now let's make another short dialogue. You'll see the new words. Well, I guess it's enough for today. We've seen many things, and I'm leaving the nationalities topic for the next video because this video took more time than necessary. I mean, no, took the necessary time, more necessary than I think it would be. So in the next lesson we'll see nationalities, how to say where one is from, demonyms, the name of the languages, and all those things. I hope you liked the video. Thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next lesson. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.